The idea is that we take Hebrew words and we convert them to pictures, and then it's like story language or picture language. Okay, that is linguistically bunk.
This is an idea I came across from somebody who was also a PhD and who knew Hebrew, and it was the word Bereshit in the ancient version of it was a pictorial form. Are you familiar with that idea that the Bereshit, the symbols have some sort of meaning associated with that word?
Are you referring to the idea that that Paleo-Hebrew letters,
The pictographic.
Yeah. I don't think there's any merit to a pictographic meaning of the letters. That's not clearly stated.
Hebrew has, the original version was more pictographic than...
Let me see if I can get I'll try to come up with a quick Google image here. Pictographic chart, let's go that way. This one here. That's a little blurred. I wish it was smaller. Let me go back here. Okay, here's what you're talking about, moving from left to right. So this is Aleph. Aleph, the Hebrew alphabet ultimately derives from pictographic symbols from Egypt. Okay? So this is a cow or a bull's head with the two horns, and then that's your original symbol for it, and then it turns, and so on and so forth. There's an evolution to certain letters. So the idea is that we take Hebrew words and we convert them to pictures, and then it's like story language or picture language. Okay, that is linguistically bunk. Okay. See, the problem is you can, if you're creative enough, you can do this for certain words. Try it on a paragraph. Seriously, try it on a paragraph, a full paragraph. You know, first of all, you'd have to ask, if you're in the middle of it, struggling through to create the story from the pictures, you might want to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because it's a language, I could just read it. Okay, unfortunately, the answer to that question is the belief that there's a mystical meaning underneath the language. Okay, languages don't work this way. Okay, the alphabet, was the amazing achievement that it was, because it allows you to form words to capture thoughts and preserve them for time so that you don't need pictures. It's precisely the opposite. You don't need pictures. You don't need people to guess at what the picture string meant. You can tell them by using words. And you're using words that are spoken, and you've just codified the verbal, the oral, the oral and oral language into an alphabet so that it's preserved, just like you were having a conversation. You don't need the pictures if you can have the conversation. So, but it's a common idea. So if there's anything out there, based on that, I'm not your guy. I'm not going to buy it.